This is Dr. Chris's Radio Horror YouTube channel, and tonight we are going to be talking about, with Cati the Blonde in front of here, the 40th anniversary of one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time. In space, no one can hear you scream, in the movie Alien. Thank you for joining us, Cati, for Alien, its 40th anniversary. One of the greatest movies, in my opinion, of all time.
And you know what, Dr. Chris, I would agree. Yes, boys and girls, Alien is 40 years or 40 screams young today. You cannot hear those screams in space, but believe me, it stands the test of time. Like seeing this in the theater, directed by Ridley Scott. This is one of his, like, the kind of the one that put him on the map. It's solid. Like, I'm watching this film and thinking, like, this could come out today, and I would think it's probably just as solid as it was in 1979. I mean, you've got a small crew, you've got a small cast that get a distress signal from on a distant planet. They wake up out of cryospace, they go investigate. Someone gets something on his face. They're told not to let him in. They let him in anyway. Stuff goes amok, and I think one of the best reviews I've ever read is that if people would have listened to the lady that owned a cat, none of this would have happened. Ridley, I actually got to see this film on the big screen for probably, I've seen this film probably on the big screen about a number of times, but seeing it on the big screen and then having Tom Skerritt in the audience doing the Q&A, that was pretty special. Like, he even said that he did this film, he read the script, he thought it was good. They didn't realize how big it was going to be. They didn't realize, all the stuff that was going to happen. He had a scene where he had to have maggots on him, and he was like, I'm going to do this once, and that's it. You've got Sigourney Weaver, who came out of nowhere. And I mean, Ellen Ripley is one of the most prolific female characters in sci-fi horror anywhere. Probably almost everyone's top 3 female that they have in a horror film. And then you've got the rest of the cast, which just seamlessly do their lines. Like, you would think that this was, I don't know, that they were all friends just talking, because none of it seems like it's real. And even the chest bursting scene still stands the test of time. But it's little things like when, who is it? It's not Yaphet Kotto, but I think it's a Harry Dean Stanton bites it in the end. Spoiler for that. If no one knows, everyone
Spoiler for
dies.
a movie that's 40 years old, yeah.
Yeah, spoiler. If everyone doesn't know, spoiler alert: the only person that survives is Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley.
And the cat.
Spoiler. And the cat. Don't want to miss out on the cat. But seeing a scene that's in the cargo bay when they're trying to get oxygen together, and the acrobatics that person who plays the alien does, that seeing that, I don't know, I'm in the front row, I'm watching that, and I'm like, I've seen this movie how many times? Why does this feel like the first time that I've seen this scene? And that's one of the things about, you watch a film like this, 40th anniversary on the big screen, stuff pops up every once in a while that it's like, thank you for making this a brand new experience for me. Go out and see it, buy it, really try and see this on the big screen, because even with the opening credits, they're just so eerie and haunting. And damn, they did a damn fine job on this film. Ridley Scott, I don't know if he's done some great films since then, but this is still one of my favorites.
Give us a little rundown on, you met Tom Skerritt, right?
I got to say hello to him briefly,
Oh,
and then
okay.
that was it.
Okay. The actor, by the way, who played the alien was Bolaji Badejao, whose name I probably mispronounced and butchered. He unfortunately died of sickle cell anemia in 1992. He was only the same age as I am right now.
Wow.
He was 7 feet tall, hence why he was
Yeah.
cast as the alien. But we still have with us, of course, today Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, Veronica Cartwright, and, of course, Ridley Scott. I think we have lost Yaphet Kotto, Harry Dean Stanton, and I believe Ian Holm is still alive. Ash?
I know John Hurt died, but Ian Holm, I believe, is still with us.
Yes, definitely. Actually, I'm sorry, Yaphet Kotto is still alive. He has no death listed.
I thought he died.
I
Maybe
swear
not.
to God, I am looking
IMDb.
at IMDb. I do not see a death listed. I mean, they'd be the
My
first
bad,
one.
Yaphet. My bad.
Also, I mean, just to point out, Yaphet Kotto's one of his best roles ever was playing Kananga, Mr. Big, in Live and Let Die, the James Bond movie. um,
Well, and then when he was in The Running Man,
Now,
but
isn't it
he's
isn't it weird, by the way, that Alien and the entire Alien franchise is now the property of the Disney Corporation?
Disney's just eating up everything.
Now, did you because we were discussing Alien, and I know you're not a gamer, but are you aware of the Alien Isolation video game, which a lot of people thought was the most intense, scariest experience in a video game ever?
I am not aware of that. I am aware of the arcade Alien game that I have played at Chuck E. Cheese, and I am very
Yeah.
good at.
Okay, yeah. So that's a massive you like shooting, and stuff blows up. In this
Yes.
game, you play as Ellen Ripley's daughter, Amanda Ripley, and you're in space trying to find your mother. So the events of
Mm.
Alien 2, I don't think kind of take place in this game, obviously, because as we know, she would unfortunately die of cancer, as Ripley would find out when she gets back to Earth. You have to deal with space pirates, androids that have gone haywire, and of course an alien. You do not know when the alien is going to show up. The alien shows up extremely randomly, and you cannot kill the alien. The only thing you can do is scare it with the flamethrower.
Wow.
And if you run out of flamethrower fuel, you are fucked. The androids are as powerful as Ash are. They will try to kill you. You can kill them and defeat them, but it takes a lot, and it's best to just hide and run. And space pirate people, they're pretty killable. They're just humans. But if you're lucky and you're smart, you'll make a lot of noise. So that way, if there's a bunch of space pirates in the room, the alien will come out, murder them all, and then duck back up into a vent somewhere. But the alien scared the shit out of me in this game. I never jumped so many times in a video game in my life than playing this game. More so than Dead Space, which has a lot of homages to Alien if you're familiar with Dead Space. Katie, I'm not assuming would be, but most people probably listening to this interview would be familiar with Dead Space. Alien Isolation was the perfect Alien game, and there's a sequel coming out. I don't know what part of the Alien franchise it's going to take place in, but this was absolutely a lot of fun. And I understand Alien, of course, was followed up by some terrible sequels, with the exception of Aliens. And I know Alien 3 a lot of people like, and Alien 3, Alien 4 has some merits to it. But overall, there are only two amazing Alien films, Alien and Aliens, which was directed by James Cameron.
Yes.
And by the
And
way,
then
do you
whole
know that
thing like
do you know
Prometheus and like Covenant, but man,
did you are you aware that Sigourney Weaver is the first female in Hollywood to negotiate a $1 million paycheck for a movie?
I am aware of that.
Yeah.
And it's about damn time. Yeah, it was about
It was about
damn
damn
time.
time. Nowadays, I think the highest paid actress in Hollywood is ScarJo.
Yeah, ScarJo or Jennifer Lawrence.
Probably Scarlett Johansson. I mean, she's gonna be she's got that Black Widow movie coming out next year.
Well, and the fact that who was it? Was it Demi Moore who negotiated her fee to $20 million for striptease? Unfortunately, it was for striptease, but
Ugh.
still,
And Sigourney Weaver has done, besides San Diego Comic Con, has only done ever one convention. I believe she did New York Comic Con one year, and she wanted her booth to be right there in the front, not isolated. And she took pictures with as many people as she possibly could, in the time that she had or whatever. But she was, all up in her fans' business and everything, taking pictures and photographs and laughs and signing. And she wasn't like, shuttered away in some other areas. She was like right there on the row with all these other celebrities.
was she not at Texas Frightmare in 2016 when the entire cast was there, including Bill Paxton?
You would have to find out and let me know. She does not do conventions. I mean, it's just like Jamie
Yeah.
Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis has only ever done one convention her entire life, and that, by the way, she has never done San Diego Comic Con. So,
Well, both those ladies I would love to meet, thank, congratulate, and take pictures with.
but Alien is definitely one of those movies that I hold up to high regard. Before we end this review, I highly recommend going on YouTube as long as they're still up. I'm pretty sure Disney has not taken them down. But there are 6 Alien, not I would not necessarily call them fan films, because Fox commissioned these 6 directors to make 6 miniature Alien movies.
No.
And they are amazing. They involve face huggers androids, chestbursters, the xenomorphs, corporation kind of people. They are incredible to watch. They are frightening, and they are incredibly well made. They're about 10
Well,
minutes each, so you get about 60 minutes in total for the 6 short films.
and if you're in high school and you're listening to this, I highly recommend that you convince your high school to put on the play of Alien, which a school did last year, and Sigourney Weaver showed up. From what I've seen on YouTube and the parents or anyone who was videotaping it, it was pretty damn good. So, kids, if you can dream it, you can be it. Do, anything's possible.
Yeah, and in fact, that play was so good that they got money sent to them by Ridley Scott himself to do a second to do it again. I think the
Encore,
following year or something like they did another they did it again. The school was able to do it again because of money they got from Ridley Scott.
Seeing how many high schools or any school university is able to say that. Thank you to this encore performance, courtesy of funded by Ridley Scott.
And before we let you go, please check out Memory, The Origin of Alien, an absolutely fantastic documentary which goes behind the scenes talking about the ins and outs and origins of Alien itself, including interviews with Dan O'Bannon's wife, who was the original writer of the Alien story, as Memory was actually, in fact, the original title for Alien. I also recommend the 40th Anniversary Alien book by Titan Books, and you can easily pick up the Alien films themselves. In fact, Alien just recently came out in 4K for the 40th anniversary. And of course, there's hundreds of Alien books and comic books and stuff like that out there. But yeah, watch Memory and pick up the 40th anniversary Titans book about Alien. This is just Alien, not any of the sequels. Thanks, everyone. Check out the rest of the videos here on the Radio Horror YouTube channel.